Today is Sunday, the 7th of July, 2019. I'm Keith Warr, and welcome to another episode of Homeless in Titusville. And today I'm being joined by, what is your name, ma'am?
Vanessa Harrison.
Vanessa Harrison. And who do we have here with you?
My husband, Michael.
Your husband, Michael. And you guys were on my show before, a couple of months ago, 2-3 months ago.
Yep.
And a lot's changed.
A lot has changed.
Where are we right now? You tell the people at home where we are.
Right now we're at the Edward M. Poe Hospice Care Center with the Hospice of St. Francis.
And how did Michael end up here in hospice?
Well, at first it started out as salmonella poisoning.
From some food that he ate on the street?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm not sure, because I ended up with salmonella poisoning as well.
Okay, but because of his status of being HIV positive, his immune system is compromised.
And unfortunately, the HIV turned into full-blown AIDS.
Okay.
His liver enzymes skyrocketed, and actually one of the nurses thought he was an alcoholic, but I had to correct her on that.
Yeah, because he doesn't drink.
No.
Wow. Not that he seemed healthy, but he seemed pretty good last time I saw you guys, you know. And I'm sure being homeless on the street didn't help the situation.
Not really.
So he got the salmonella, and then what happened from there?
Everything just went downhill.
Well, I mean, did you go to the emergency room? Was an ambulance called?
Yeah, I called an ambulance while we were up at Walgreens.
Okay. And then they took him to what, Parish?
They took him to Parish. They put him on antibiotics and fluids. They did a whole bunch of lab work. And when I asked about his CD4 count, they told me that his CD4 count was literally at 5.
Okay. Which normal should be between?
I'm not really sure what the normal is.
Okay. So from there, what happened? Was he admitted, or did they discharge him?
No, he was admitted.
Okay.
We were there for about 2 weeks.
Okay. And was he in ICU? Was it intensive care or something? No, just a regular room?
No, he just had a regular private room.
Okay. And was he conscious? Was he in pain?
During that time, he was conscious. They did give him pain medications.
But was he in pain? Like, you know, was he?
Not really, because he only asked for it when he started having sharp pains in his side.
Okay. And after you were there for about 2 weeks, then what happened?
After that, they came in to do lab work, and he had a really bad seizure while he was still there, and that's when the doctors came in and said that it would be a good idea to put him in hospice for pain and symptom management.
Okay. Wow. So going from on the street, getting salmonella, going to the hospital, and then being told hospice. I mean, just like that quick.
Yeah, all within a 2-week span.
And then how long has he been here at hospice now?
Since Tuesday.
Okay, so 5 days. This has been a very short amount of time that he's been here. And have they given you any idea of how long they're expecting him to be here?
Not really, because it could be days, could be weeks.
It's probably not going to be too long. They are not giving him any fluids whatsoever, and he has not eaten or had anything to drink in how long?
About a week, because he stopped eating while he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Everything he tried to eat didn't taste right. He'd spit it right back out. I got lucky a few days ago just to get him to take a sip of Pepsi.
Okay. When's the last time you had a conversation with him?
A physical conversation to where he was responding?
Yes.
I haven't.
Would you say it was a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
About a week.
It's been a week. So before you got here was the last time you spoke to him? And he does realize that we're here. I spoke to him and told him I was here to do an interview with his wife and so on, and he did acknowledge it in some way. You could tell that he is still there. He has some level of consciousness.
He's actually over here moving his eyebrows.
Yeah. Do you think he's in pain right now?
No, because I'm pretty sure they came in and gave him his medications for morphine and Caprin, which is an anti-seizure medicine.
Right. Okay. So, I ask you some really tough questions here. Have his children, your children, the children you guys have together, been in to see him?
Three of them have. The other one is kind of hard because she's out of state.
Okay. And how old are those children?
12, 7, 6, and 5.
And then he has another child outside of the two of you. And how old is that child?
She's 3.
3. So she's not old enough to realize what's going on with Dad, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Has your family and friends been up here to see him and you?
Well, Friday my mom brought my 12 and my 5-year-old up here. My cousins came yesterday. And my cousins also came a few days before we got here to see us at the hospital. They're really the only ones that have came to see me and him.
Now, you don't have physical custody of any of the children, which is a good thing because...
Right now, yeah.
Right, for right now. But right now, you're kind of living at the hospice because Michael is here. They have a cot for you to stay and stuff.
Yeah.
But what's going to be your reality after he passes? Where are you going to go?
I'm really going to have no choice but to go to a shelter.
There's no shelter in Titusville. That's what I'm saying.
Where?
I
guess I'm going to have to go back to Cocoa or Melbourne,
or the woods, or
as much as I don't want to.
Right. In your health, you have some issues. You have some health issues.
Yeah, but I'm still physically able to work.
Right.
But I've got plans for myself that I'm going to carry out for him.
Okay. And what about his final wishes? Are you just having a burial? Is he being cremated?
No, he wants to be cremated and his ashes be made into necklaces for his kids.
Okay. And, wow. I know this is tough, sharing this stuff. And I hope you guys appreciate, the courage that it really takes to share this situation with you guys. The world revolves around money. Let's talk a little bit about that. Do you have the money for final expenses for the cremation?
No.
No, you have no life insurance whatsoever.
No.
And how about these medical bills? Will you have medical bills waiting for you after he passes?
I've got medical bills waiting already. Just from him being on life support for 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
And I've already had one bill collector call and say that they need $16,000. It's like, you're calling at the wrong time. My husband is dying. I don't have $16,000 to give you.
Right.
I'm going to have to save up that $16,000
to live
and to pay for his funeral expenses and everything else.
Right.
So you'll get your $16,000 when I'm getting ready to give it to you.
Yeah. But I mean, on one hand, it's good that you guys are thinking of cremation because that is, the cheapest way. And I know that people do I guess they can make diamonds or something from the ashes, some kind of jewelry, and I guess it's not that terribly expensive. But right now, where do you guys get your income? Like, how do you feed yourself on a daily basis? Where's your money come from?
He gets a DIC from the VA because his dad was a Marine, and unfortunately his dad is deceased.
So Michael was not in the military, but his father was, and because of whatever the situation there, Michael was a dependent, and Michael gets that dependent money. But then after Michael passes,
After he's
all
gone,
the money is gone.
The check goes to.
Yeah. Food stamps. Do you get food stamps?
I did. I had
What'd you get, like $35 a month or something?
137.
Okay. So not anything of any consequence.
Yeah.
And when you're eating, you know, convenience, fast food, stuff out of a can, stuff, you know, because you don't have a refrigerator, you don't have a stove, you have nowhere to keep anything, you're paying high prices for stuff.
Yep.
And I see here in the room, you've been kind of surviving on the cheapest, like Little Caesar $5 pizzas.
Yeah. DoorDash gets expensive.
Right, because you don't have a vehicle. You don't have a vehicle.
And there's no bus line that runs through here.
Yes, there's no bus line, and it is not realistic to walk from here to Walmart, especially with the heat index of these warnings being like 112, 114 degrees. And I think Walmart is like, I think it's like 2.5 miles down the road. It's not that far. We're at Grissom and 405, but to go to Walmart would be, and then to have to haul all that stuff back would just be an impossibility. Yeah. So what are you generally eating here?
Really, it's a lot of takeout.
And luckily for you today, I was able to take you to Walmart.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
Buy some things, you know, that were a little. Of course, you didn't get very nutritious stuff, but you got stuff that will fill your belly so that you won't be starving.
Yeah.
So, and how are you holding up in here? Like,
it's not easy.
No.
Because, you know, there are days when I'm sitting here just talking to him, picking on him like I usually do.
Yeah.
And then there are days when I just look over at him and I start crying because I can't believe that I'm losing him. You know, Mike and I have been best friends since high school. And he's always been there for me. He's always been my protector.
Yeah. So, how long have you guys been together, like as a couple?
We dated for a year before we got married, so we've been together for 9 years, but married for 8.
Okay, right. So a total of 9 years together. It's a long time. It's a very long time. Wow. Wow. What have you kind of told the children? Or have they asked any? Well, you said you had one of them has autism, doesn't really communicate too well, right?
He communicates, but he can't really express how he's feeling. And my 5-year-old, she's also autistic. When she came in Friday, she came up to me and gave me a hug and just looked at me and said, "Mommy, I don't want my daddy to die again."
That's how she saw it every time he goes in the hospital. It's like he's died.
Every time, what she was used to seeing was him getting sick, going to the hospital, staying there for a few days, and then coming home.
Right.
The last time he was in the hospital for any length of time was 2 years ago when he was on life support. And she was just 3.
Yeah. Wow.
Right now, the only thing she understands is that Daddy's really sick, and the doctors are trying to make him better.
Wow.
That's what she understands.
What's been the most difficult part of all this for you? You know, like, has it been the logistics of feeding yourself, or, you know?
No, it's just knowing that he's going to be leaving.
Yeah. That he's not coming home with you. Yeah. Wow. I feel for you. This is horrible. This is awful. feel bad that you guys are going through this painful, this painful thing in your life to be homeless and then to lose one of you. I've been married to the same person since I was 18 years old. I can't even imagine like what I would do without her. Like, she's everything, and you guys are in the same situation. You guys have been together since you were kids.
He's, aside from my kids, he's my world.
Yeah. Are there any other wishes that he wanted you to carry out for the children or for yourself?
He wanted me to go back to school to be a CNA.
Okay.
And I finally realized that after 2 years of taking care of him, it's also what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm not just doing it for him, I'm doing it for myself.
I would like you to, when you're better and your headspace is there, I would like to see you go on and to be a registered nurse, because on a CNA's pay, you really could not support yourself that well, and I think you have the smarts to be a nurse.
But I don't like to stick people. I don't like drawing blood or doing needles.
That's what you call the phlebotomist for. And seriously, there's other things, and there's other kinds of nursing. It's not, you don't necessarily have to draw blood and stick people. There's nursing but you make such a better wage and be able to take care of yourself and make those realities come true for yourself that he wanted and for the kids, Do you have any ability to go to school? Like, for instance, do you have a prepaid college fund or any of that kind of stuff? No. So you would need scholarships and loans.
I'd have to dig myself even further in student loan debt.
You have some student loan debt now?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
From when I went to school for business management.
Okay.
I mean, I graduated with a degree in business management, but it's a worthless degree because the school lost their accreditation.
Was that the one that was on the news of
Florida Technical College?
Oh, yeah. That is awful. So you did all that work, paid all that money, and the degree is worthless.
Yeah.
That is disgusting. I mean, you guys have been hit with so many things, one right after another. You guys have had these challenges to overcome,
Somehow we've managed to overcome them, but this is just the icing on the cake, literally.
Yeah, right. Wow. I'm kind of at a loss of what more I should be asking you. This is all, this is probably the most difficult interview that I've ever done. I've never, I don't know. It's just, this is tough, I met him when he was a vibrant guy. He wasn't healthy, but he was able to talk to me and, all that kind of stuff.
Joke around.
Yeah, and this has just happened. I think that was maybe 2 months ago that I talked to you guys, and now he's at the end of his life. What's your biggest need right now? What's on your mind most right now?
I've got so much stuff on my mind. I don't even know where to start.
Okay. So if people wanted to help you out, if they had some things, if they had some clothing or some food items, or would offer you rides to Walmart or something,
that would be
you need
great.
that kind of stuff. Okay. So you guys can join the Homeless in Titusville Facebook page, and you will be able to connect there with Vanessa if you would like to help her, get to Walmart and things like that, right? No one person can do it all. I can't do it all. You can't do it all. But if we all do a little something, I think we can ease her burden and help out our fellow human being. Is there any messages or things that you would want the viewers to know, friends or fans, just anything that you would like to say?
Cherish life. Cherish your loved ones. Because you never know what's going to happen, and you'll never know when you'll see them again.
right, guys. As always, may you be just as blessed as you have blessed others. And thanks for watching.